Hey, good afternoon. It's Friday, July 23rd, and I am on the Buffalo River Trail. And starting at Dillards Ferry, heading over to Grinders Ferry. And get the spider web out of the pathway here. It's hot today, but I expect to get most of the way there. I believe it's 30 miles over there. And I'm coming back this way on Sunday. I parked my own car, so I'm not going to come back and have somebody pick me up, but I got my own car, and so I'll be heading back here on Sunday. Boy, nobody's been on this path today because it is all grown over with spider webs, with the spiders still hanging on them. You know, that's my favorite thing. So the Buffalo River Trail here at Grinders Ferry starts off on kind of a dirt road. I'll turn it around so you can see. No, not an active dirt road. As you can see, the middle divider there is grown up about 2.5 feet. Sun's beating down, it's hot. And the river's just, the Buffalo River is just to my right. Maybe, I don't know, a quarter of a mile over that way, I would imagine. If I point over that way, you can't see it, but you can see there's a mountain there, and this slopes down. So in between that mountain and this mountain is where the Buffalo River is. A lot of people over there. That's a really nice river for floating, canoeing, rafting, tubing. They do a bang up business over here, the tube companies, giving you a ride down to get your tube and then coming to pick you up. Pat and I did that, oh gosh, it's been maybe 10 years ago, and right before we even moved here, we came and did a canoe trip down to Buffalo, and it was a nice trip. Saw lots of wildlife. It was a drought year, so we had to portage the canoe a good little bit, which was good exercise, carrying your canoe through shallow water. But anyway, I'm on my way. I'll catch up with you on down the trail a little ways and see if there's something interesting to see out here. So far, it's dirt road, little meadow, lots of nice trees, and the sun beating down. I'll catch you later. That's the Buffalo. Look at the nice beach down there. Wow. That's why people like to canoe this. I'm probably a mile from that. Up, up, up. It's pretty hot up here, and I'm kind of in a tunnel, like the green tunnel. Came from back that way. I just passed this little opening right here, and I saw the river. That's beautiful. And then I've got some more climb to do up that way. And I've been on the trail approximately, I don't know, an hour and a half, I guess. Haven't made very many miles because it's mostly been uphill. Here's some more of that famous cave rock Arkansas cliff formations. Look at that. And the trail goes right next to it, right down through here. Keep expecting to see a snake in one of these crevices here. This is Arkansas. So far all I found is spiders hanging across the trail. Look at that. Wow. Caves that go back in there. And there's rock straight up. This one's hanging out over the trail right here. Cool, cool, cool. Speaking of cool, it just got really shady right here and dark, and it's cool here. I keep hearing rock falling behind me. It's quiet here. Ooh. This does remind me a lot of the sections of the AT that I hiked in Georgia. Not the rock so much. I didn't have a lot of that kind of rock like the cliffs up there, but the trees and the path covered with leaves, and just the general terrain of the hills. It's pretty pretty. Good morning. This is where I set up my tent last night, right on this cliff. I was about 3 feet away from this ledge, and the river is beautiful. It's a beautiful day today. It's Saturday, July 24th, and this is my view out my front door. It's just gorgeous. This morning I woke up early, like at 5 or something like that, 4:35, and it was totally cloudy. I mean, foggy. You couldn't even see the river, and the moon was shining up way. You could see it through the fog, way up high. Really pretty. I just had breakfast. I got kind of a late start. I slept on this. It's crazy. This little incline because I couldn't find any place else to sleep. That's why I didn't video anything last night. I was walking until dark, and I found this sort of flat spot, but the only flat spot I could find was right here. I mean, I still got my stuff thrown out here, and it's, you can't tell it, but it's downhill slopes. I was afraid all night I was going to roll off that cliff, but I didn't. And anyway, there's my view for this morning. This is the Buffalo River in Arkansas. No wonder they call this the natural state. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm on kind of a long downhill descent right now, just gradual. But I wanted to show you as you're walking along, and you're on the PCT, you use your trekking poles for, you know, traction and making sure that you have the right balance when you're going on rocks and cross creeks and helping you go downhill. In Arkansas, not so much. Here, you look like you're playing, it looks like you're sword fighting because you're, you're trying to get all the spider webs off the trail. They go behind every tree. So I'm gonna just walk for a minute and you'll see one pop up here in just a second. I don't even have to bet on it, I know it. And I've seen it on every single tree and I usually don't see them until I'm right exactly on them and they're right in my face. So I just keep walking down the trail with my trekking poles looking like I'm dueling the Pirates of the Caribbean. So you're just walking along, minding your own business. And there he is, just ready to hit you in the face. This is where your trekking poles come in. So word of advice, as beautiful as it is, if you're not a big spider fan, probably the Buffalo River Trail is not going to be for you. Unless you're okay with it, which I am actually. Just a different kind of hiking. Still pretty. There's a big one right across the trail here. It's nice and it's lit up by the sun, so you can kind of see the whole thing here. It's like a jungle out here down this part. Sorry, spider. The trail is very grown up. I just walked right through that. You barely can see the trail. Fortunately, there are some marks. And then it comes down here, and we have this creek. Only problem is, I don't see any trailblazers on the other side, but I think that's the trail that goes up, right up in there. So I'm gonna wade this little creek here. Let's see, I guess I could go down there and cross it down there, but I'm just gonna take my shoes off and wade it right here. This is where it's all grown up. And I'm just praying there's no copperheads, water moccasins, rattlesnakes, anything down there. But we move on. Tell me that doesn't look like a jungle right there with all the ferns and stuff, isn't it? Spider. A cool little creek. I think somewhere in here is where I'm going to camp tonight. So this is Saturday. I'm going to go as far as I can go tonight, come back. Right here I'm going to camp for the night, and then on Sunday I'll head out from there and head back to the car. Boy, this is really overgrown. You can barely see a little footpath underneath all the growth. I'm thinking I should put my pant legs back on because I'm getting all muddy and my legs are itching like there's probably all this grass and stuff that's rubbing against my legs. I got mosquito repellent on and chigger repellent, so it might not be that, but they're starting to itch. I think as soon as I find a flat spot, spider. think I see a good spot across the creek over there where I might camp tonight. Oh boy. Spider. Yeah, there's a campfire over there, a camp spot, and they've got a fire ring, so I think that's where I'll spend the night tonight. I'll try to get back here by about 7. It's about 9:30, 10 o'clock right now, so I'll hike up for 4 or 5 hours, turn around, come back. It's like a waterfall. The water is dripping down that canyon right there. It goes way down. Imagine in the rainy season when that little creek is full, that's quite a little fall right there. As I walk around here, I'm going to show you the creek that it comes out of. That's a long... This looks like leaves from here, but if I go out a little farther, it's got to be a 300-foot drop down there from where I am right now. This is the little creek, and you can see it just runs right to the end and falls off. The trail crosses this little creek right here. It comes down from there. Down from there. Goes right there. And if you look, you can see the end of it right at the very end under that log, and down a little, about another 6 feet past that log, it just drops. So I imagine when this is rainy season, this little creek right here is full. Some more of these Arkansas rock formations with the water flowing right out of it. There's a cave up there. You can barely see it through the trees here. Big old cave. I bet there's a bear lives in there. Or something. If it's a bear, that's where I live. There's another one right there. See, look how far that goes back in there. All the way up there. This is the trail coming down here through this overgrown place, and it goes up that way. And this rock is right on a cliff here. I just came from down below this, and just peek over the edge here. Yep. Well, that's a good 100-foot drop right there. There's the rest of the rock over that way. It's a deep, deep canyon. Saturday night, and I am at this beautiful little stream. I got my tent set up right here on this stream. This goes right there. I'm right over there. And there is a fire ring somebody's built out there, but it's too warm for a fire. So I just made my dinner by the tent there, and I brought it over here by this tree, and I set it up with my backpack against the tree, letting it kind of get cool enough to eat, and getting ready to have a little bite to eat. And it's, gosh, it's about 7:30, 7:40, and I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed early tonight so I can get a good early start tomorrow. And I think I'm about 10 miles from the car or something like that. So it shouldn't take me too long to get back. I will have completed, when I get back to the car, I will have done 30 miles on this trip. That's pretty cool. I'll catch you in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Turtle. Ooh, looks like you're not up yet. It's okay. I'll let you sleep in. Good morning. It is Sunday, the 25th of July, 2021. And I'm just on my way back off of the Buffalo River Trail. The Buffalo River Trail is like this pretty much the whole way. Not my favorite trail. I kind of expect more, dipping down to the river where you had some place where you could put your feet in the water, maybe get some water, whatever. But the 15 miles that I went in, there was no, you could see the river, like I took some pictures from up on the cliff, but you were never at the river. And I probably picked the wrong time of year to go because of the heat. It was very hot and humid. I got on the trail this morning early to beat some of the heat. It's very hot and humid in July, and these doggone spiders I don't even mind if they get on my chest or something, but man, they get right in your face. And the cobwebs across your face is irritating. So you're constantly, waving your poles. There's one right there. Look at that guy. Right in the middle of the trail. And this is the trail I walked on Friday, so they built these webs back. So yesterday, Saturday, I walked to get me to my 15-mile mark, and then turned around and came back to the place where I showed you I was going to camp at that little creek. And the trip back was fine. It was the spider webs on the way there, but they were gone for me on the way back. And I knocked these down Friday night, but this is Sunday and they're all back now. And it's miserable. So yeah, not my favorite backpacking trip. I might do it again someday, like in the spring or the fall. I don't think I'll do it in the summertime. If it wasn't hot, and there was plenty of water. That was the other thing. There wasn't a lot of water. I almost ran out of water Friday night and finally found a little creek. Most of the seasonal creeks are dry. So anyway, just saying, this is probably not on my bucket list to do again. More creep. There's my first snake. Kind of light green snake. I don't know what it is. It's a snake.